Fortnite's brand new 32.10 update is here, and with it, we got a ton of new things that we didn't expect. We have official confirmation from an Epic employee of next season's storyline, actual pieces of the Chapter 6 map added to the files, and the brand new Ice Spice POI has finally arrived. The updates are hitting super fast this season, and brand new leaks have been coming pretty much daily, but we're going to go over everything in this video so you can stay up to date with what's going on right now in Chapter 2 Remix. Real quick though, don't forget that I'm an Epic partner, and if you want to support the channel, you can use code EAY in the item shop. It's a really short code and only takes a second to type, even with a controller. And if you don't want to support me, that's all good, but just make sure that next time you purchase something from the item shop, you'll make sure you're supporting your favorite creator and that box isn't left saying none. Also, we're growing super fast, and if you want to be a part of the OG crew, you'll have to get your sub in as soon as possible. So you can leave a comment letting everyone know you've been around from the start, like these absolute legends on screen right now, for a chance to get a shout out next video. Starting off with our first piece of news from the update though, and the Kicks cosmetics type we've all been waiting for has been delayed again. This is following the first delay where the entire update was pushed back 24 hours. However, it looks like Kicks specifically needed some extra bug fixing. They have been added to the files though, turning the infamous PNG into an actual model finally, and allowing people leaking packs to go in and check out how skins will look with them early, leading to some crazy combos and memes. That's right, Cell can now officially dunk in Fortnite. We did actually get some content we were promised thankfully with this update, with Ice Spice's remix of the shark, Ice Isle, appearing on the island. She's turned the shark into an abandoned mall complete with graffiti all over the place, a few abandoned stores, and a totally empty food court. Along with that, her skin is now in-game with 2 separate outfits. You can pick both of these up in the item shop now, and don't forget to use code EAY if you do. But she's not only in the item shop, as of course, much like the other rappers this season, her boss can be found at her new POI, and when eliminated, she'll drop her brand new mythic rifle and grappler. There's also a pretty interesting Easter egg at the new POI. The song playing in the background of them all actually features a full verse from Travis Scott. This is the first time Travis has shown up in-game since Chapter 2, and a lot of people have been speculating, with the theme of this season being rappers, that we could be seeing a new Travis outfit appear in the shop alongside the re-release of his original skin. And having him appear in-game through this song makes that theory seem like it may be closer to coming true than we initially thought, as don't forget, we still have one more update this season to bring us the Juice WRLD set, so there's still a chance for new outfits to be added to the files before Chapter 6. Something a lot of people aren't talking about though is a huge hidden Easter egg with Ice's mythic scar. At first glance, this may not look like anything special. However, if you take a closer look, this is actually an entirely new model with way more detail than the scar model we used to. This is likely because this is actually a Chapter 6 model, and it's not the only Chapter 6 weapon in the files either, as the updated quad rocket launcher we saw leak a couple weeks ago at the start of the season is also in game, all but confirming that we're likely going to be seeing a ton of classic weapons receive a new model with higher detail next chapter. That's not all we got added with this update though, as all around the island you can now find these Juice WRLD sprays teasing his upcoming arrival, along with his new item and the brand new World Point landmark that he's going to be bringing with him. We initially thought he'd get a single spray appearing where his landmark will show up like all the other rappers this season. However, Epic has gone a step further, showing respect to Juice by literally placing this spray everywhere, which is super cool. And Juice's arrival is also going to bring about the start of the upcoming Remix finale event, which is now just 2 weeks away, meaning when we get the update adding Juice WRLD next week sometime, with it being the final update of the season, we're practically guaranteed to have a lot of teasers and leaks regarding what exactly is going to go down during the event. We already know a few things thanks to leaks and super early pieces of data that are in the files already. We've seen the video of Snoop moving around all big thanks to leaks from an Epic employee. However, we also know, thanks to some strings placed in the files early, that we should be teleported to some kind of reality, with a landscape similar to the Legends Never Die album cover, with flowers everywhere and some kind of sunset sky. If you can't wait until the end of the season for a concert though, don't worry, as Fortnite's got you covered with this Easter egg you might have missed at Risky Reels. If you head over to the opposite side of the POI from the giant screen, you can find this projector. If you head up to it, you'll notice that you can actually interact with it now, and when you turn it on, you can actually relive the Remix Prelude event at any time in-game now. Now, maybe this can't really be compared to the upcoming in-game concert like at all, but it is a nice touch from Epic and a pretty neat little Easter egg overall that most people haven't heard about, and you should definitely give it a try at least once before the season is over. It doesn't stop there though, as we got even more from this update. It's that time of season again, and you can now unlock this season's brand new super styles for all the Battle Pass skins. The theme for Chapter 2 Remix's styles is graffiti, and honestly, I think they're pretty sick. A lot of us were hoping for some classic fully gold styles like we got back in the original Chapter 2 Season 2, but I honestly think Epic did a great job with how unique these graffiti ones look, and I think think they're a cool alternative to what we were originally expecting. We also got a fresh update to the loot pool this week, with items such as the heavy shotgun and heavy assault rifle being unvaulted, as well as the hunting rifle, tactical SMG, and even more. We have about the same amount of items heading into the vault though, with items like impulse grenades, dual pistols, and suppressed SMGs leaving the game for now. The next time you see these will probably be in the upcoming OG mode that releases next chapter, so luckily you won't have to wait too long to get your hands on these weapons again. And speaking of the OG mode next season, we of course all saw Fortnite's official announcement about it, complete with the classic art style and font. But something you might not have noticed is that in preparation for the upcoming mode, leakers have found the original lobby background was re-added to the files in this update, meaning the mode is going to feature a unique lobby, likely similar to the one we saw back in Fortnite OG in 2023, based on the very first lobby we ever had in-game. One leak nobody is talking about right now though is the confirmed return of Dr. Sloan and Chapter 6's storyline. We've all been theorizing that she might make a return based on the giant wall of teasers at the Spaghetti Grotto, but now thanks to this tweet from Mara Juno, that is pretty much confirmed, and if you don't know who that is, she's actually Dr. Sloan's voice actor. This tells us that we aren't just getting a new Sloan skin in the item shop or as part of a bundle or anything like that, but she will 100% play a part in the storyline with dialogue and voice lines included. The Chapter 6 leaks keep on coming from this update though, and they keep getting even bigger, with actual props from the Chapter 6 map being added to the files in the last update super early. We can see what looks like parts of a Japanese style set with a wooden stool and 2 ceramic pots. And this confirms what we'd already heard from leakers about the map being themed around ancient Japan, and isn't even the only look at the map we've got as of right now. As if you look at the full skybox texture map, you can actually see some landscape at the bottom of the texture. Now this texture is obviously meant to fit around the entire world in a sphere, so it's super stretched and hard to see, but it is technically our first proper look at the island for Chapter 6. And this isn't just some random landscape either, and it's definitely Chapter 6's island, as Chapter 5's skybox image works the same way with the island being partially visible, and that is using the actual Chapter 5 island too, so it makes sense the Chapter 6 one would follow the same pattern. We also got our first Chapter 6 skin with the update, with the starter pack for next season being decrypted early. This is the Lady of Crane skin, and she fits the theming of next season super well. She's been seen before in the surveys, and as always with these survey leak skins, it's really cool to see the concept art translated into 3D so well. Competitive players also got a ton of content in this update, with the new Champion Drake set being added to the game. The skin is of course an FNCS take on the Sergeant Drake skin, and you'll actually have the chance to earn the entire set for free before it releases in the item shop later on, in the upcoming Community Cup on November 17th. We also saw the Blade of Champions pickaxe given out to the last winners of the FNCS, Peterbot and Polo, and just like the other FNCS winner cosmetics, it'll pass between the winners of FNCS all throughout Chapter 6, until it finally shows up in the item shop next year. We also finally got a release date for the first person mode that we've been waiting for literally multiple years at this point, and that date is December 7th. It'll first appear in creative mode, where it's currently an experimental feature, and this means we can jump in and check out how the feature works right now. However, it's still unfinished and you can't publish these experiences to play with friends just yet. However, on December 7th, that's all going to change, with islands using the feature being able to be published from that date. However, it's likely we'll also see it release in normal Battle Royale very soon, as the updated Chapter 6 weapon models we talked about earlier in the video are probably higher detail for this exact reason, with Epic wanting them to look as crisp as possible even when held super close to the camera. Now, if you've made it this far into the video, be sure to subscribe to see more content as it gets posted. We're growing crazy fast, so if you want to be a part of the OG crew like all of these legends on screen, you'll have to get your sub in as soon as you can. And don't forget, you can go the extra mile by supporting the channel with code EAY in the item shop. Overall, there's a ton of interesting stuff going on in Fortnite right now, but as always, I want to hear your thoughts. Are you hyped to see the OG mode return, or are you more excited for Chapter 6's Battle Royale mode? Let me know as I make sure to read all the comments you guys leave. And thanks for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.